Potatoes are one of the easiest vegetable crops there is to grow, and when you grow it in the straw, you have a cleaner potato and you don't have to dig to harvest. Plus, usually you have much fewer weeds, and if you do get weeds, they're easy to pull out. First thing to do probably is to go get a soil test to find out if you need to add fertilizer, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. And if you don't know how to take a soil test, you can call the MU Extension Center. When I moved here, the old-timers supposedly planted March 15 or St. Patrick's Day. I have found lately I pay more attention to soil temperature, and you want the soil temperature at least 50 degrees at the depth you're going to plant the potatoes. Since we're planting into straw, just at the surface depth is fine for us. I have two different kinds of potatoes here. These are called a fingerling or a gourmet variety called purple Peruvian. We ate the big ones, and so we've saved the small ones to plant. When we harvest, it's a beautiful, beautiful purple color, but these have sat in our basement all winter, so they're not quite so purple. And when they're small like this, I usually just plant them whole. Larger potatoes, like these gold ones, I'm going to cut into pieces, and we don't actually use seeds for potatoes. We use what's called seed potatoes, which is the pieces. And each of the eyes on a potato, that's where shoots are going to grow. So when you cut this into pieces, you want at least one eye. What I usually do if I'm going to cut potatoes, and even for the whole ones, is put them in a bag with some elemental sulfur and shake it up good. The sulfur accomplishes two things. It helps lower the pH a little bit, and potatoes grow at a lower soil pH than most vegetables, grow quite well actually. The second thing it does is it can help protect these against pests. If you have time, you should put these aside in some dry, shady location for anywhere from several days to a week, so that they can cure the wound area. Once you do that, it's pretty easy. Whatever material you're using, I plant usually on the ground, but you will take your treated potatoes and just put them over a layer of straw, just a layer so they're up off the ground so they don't have the dirt on them. It doesn't need to be half an inch to an inch. Anywhere from about 12 to 18 inches apart. And then just pile more straw on them. Usually about 4 to 6 inches deep of a layer of straw. There we go. And then the shoots will start to grow, and of course it will root into the ground below the straw. As the shoots emerge, once they get 4 to 6 inches tall, it's a good idea to take more straw and mound up around again, where you only have maybe an inch of the foliage showing. And that, you can repeat that process several times, and the more times you do it, you get more potatoes because they form along the stem, which is in the dark. So if you're not getting about an inch of water a week from rainfall, you should water to accomplish that much water during the season. Sometimes you'll get a few pests, but we always do with vegetable gardening, so you have to pick them off or use some sort of spray on them. But really low maintenance crop to grow. Takes about anywhere from 2 or 3 months to 4 months, depending on what kind of potato it is, for it to be mature. And when you see the foliage die, that's when it's time to pick your potatoes, to dig your potatoes out. Sometimes you will get flowers and even fruit on the plants. Be sure not to eat the fruit. It's really poisonous. Only the tubers are edible.